Hey, what's up guys? It's Jameson Wolf here. Today I want to show you and run you through what is known as an RPE scale, which is a rating of perceived exertion. It is a scale from 1 to 10 that you can use for both your cardiovascular training as well as your actual weightlifting and your resistance training. What it is, for instance, we'll start with the weight training portion. Rating of perceived exertion, it's a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 is an all-out maximal effort. So for instance, if I was to be doing a set of deadlifts or barbell rows and I perform say 8 reps or as low as 4 reps, and I know that I gave it my absolute all and I couldn't do any more reps after that without completely destroying my form, then I would be at an RPE of about 10. Now, if I think that I could probably get another rep in, I'm not sure, but I believe I probably could have, then I would rate my RPE at around 9.5. If I know I could have got one, 9. If I think I could have got probably 2 more reps in, 8.5. If I know I could have got 2 in, 8, and vice versa as it goes down. Now, depending on your goals and your training style, I recommend somewhere between this range and this range. Now, absolute failure is not something that I recommend doing often, just because it does tax the central nervous system, and if you're doing that every single workout, you're going to plateau, or you may go into something that's relevant to overtraining. But that's debatable in itself. So you do want to be careful about training to failure all the time. So that's for weight training. Now, the reason why it is a good judgment to do this once in a while is because as a beginner, you're going to be probably having a linear program where you're increasing the weight and the reps every workout, and you're making consistent progress doing that. But as you get more advanced and become an intermediate lifter, an advanced lifter, you're not going to be able to see those jumps in weights and jumps in reps every single workout. And some days you're not going to be having a fantastic day. There are going to be other variables like sleep and whether or not you stayed up all night, and just overall how you're feeling. So this takes into account of whether or not am I going to be able to train at a higher intensity. So having the RPE scale can really help judge, am I giving it my all for what I can do at this moment, at this present time. And that's really all you can ask of yourself is, am I, I didn't miss a workout, I'm here at the gym, I'm training. I might not be beating my last workout, which is what I usually want to do, but am I giving it my all? Am I in a proper intensity range? So the RPE scale is really nice to use in that regards. So like I said, between 7 and 9.5, generally speaking, I like to stick around this range here, sometimes up a little bit higher depending on what I'm doing, the muscle groups, and how frequently I'm training and hitting those body parts. So you can use the RPE scale for weightlifting, but you can also use it for cardiovascular training. And that's where I refer to more of the talk test. So it's still a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 is balls to the walls, you're flying off the treadmill or however it is you're performing your cardio. And it's more of a talk test to find out how hard am I working, how fast is my heart rate, how my breathing is basically how we judge this. So for instance, if we were to be jogging or sprinting on a treadmill or however you were doing it, and I could get 1 or 2 sentences in before I had to gasp for air, I would say my RPE is around 6, which theoretically is going to be around your 75% of your max heart rate. So as you can see, once you get over there, that's when you start training more in an anaerobic environment as opposed to an aerobic fat burning environment. So most of our training that we do for fat loss and muscle preservation and power and speed is going to be above that anaerobic threshold at around 6. So that's again when you can talk for 1 to 2 sentences before having to take a big breath. Now as you go up higher and higher and higher, that's when your heart rate gets higher, that's when your RPE is going to be at around a 10 or a 9. So training in between here is a good idea. Depending on your fitness level, are your joints and muscles ready to do something that intense, that fast and explosive with short rest periods and whatnot. So this would be the optimal range for fat loss and muscle preservation and power and all that stuff. So very good judgment. Say for instance, if I didn't have a heart rate monitor, using the talk test and the RPE scale would be really good for cardiovascular training. And if you're not so sure if you're training intense enough or you're just having an off day, are you giving it your all? Use RPE chart for your weight training as well. So there's a really good tip that you guys can use as beginners, intermediates, and advanced individuals. All right, bye.